So I want to talk a little bit about the spider guard just to start. I think a lot of guys, they see a lot of techniques online for passing spider guard, but from my experience, a lot of the stuff I've seen look really flashy, but I find that they're really difficult to implement. Spider guard is one of my favorite guards. I've used it my entire career. So it's really easy for me to test the stuff. I see what works against me when I fight. And what I'm gonna show you guys is like the only method for passing spider that I found to really work well against a good spider guard. Let's start here. There's two situations. Either both feet are in the biceps or we're gonna have one lasso, one spider. Let's start with both feet in the biceps. So two of the main ways guys first learn to pass the spider hooks here. One is to loop the spider hook, okay? The reality is, like, if the guy's a little bit less experienced in spider guard, you can get away with this. But when the guy's got a really good spider hooks and knows how to use it properly, when you try to loop, they can make this really hard. I'm sure a lot of you guys have tried this in the gym and found out, like, I can't make it work, I can't make it work. That's because it's basically impossible on a good spider guard, okay? The second one is the guys show popping the feet down. This can work, and I still use it sometimes. The reality, though, is oftentimes the guy's pants slide up to their knees like this. The problem with that is when you try to pop these hooks out, you can't do that because the gi pants have slid up. The easiest way to deal with this position, I like to keep my arms straight. The stance is important. I would say relatively straight leg. I hinge at the hip and bend over. Okay, a lot of people think this is bad. They're like, but don't you want to be in strong base posture like this? This is actually much worse in spider guard. The guy can now submit me, go ahead and kick through to a triangle. It's a lot easier for the guy to hit triangles and stuff from here. It's actually much easier for me to defend up high like this. Now if he kicks through for a triangle, like elevate and stuff, I can keep my right arm straight and pin his hip with this leg and pull my elbow back. It's really hard, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna circle to one side. I just keep circling to the left. Here, for the guy to do literally any attack from spider guard, he's gonna have to break the grip, okay? There, all the attacks come after he breaks the grip, with the exception of maybe like both spider hooks over head sweep, but for that to happen, I have to just be leaning into him, okay? So if I'm back here, the only thing he can do is break a grip to attack. Most of the time, the guy's gonna break over here. This grip is basically impossible to break if I'm on this side. We're gonna do the throw. Now, most people, when they throw here, they try to use their hip and posture up and push with their hip. That makes it really easy for the guy to recenter as you do that. Okay, the key to getting rid of this is the twist, okay? So when I'm gonna show it once here, it's like this, okay? Go back, look here. If I twist enough, this spider hook falls off because I move out of the way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the pants, and at the end of that twist, I can throw this backwards. Once I throw here, I feel the leg has gone past. I release this, I pull my arm back and switch my hip and drop here hard. I grab the elbow or the sleeve and finish. So I recommend with any technique, I'm very big on positional sparring and implementation. It's really important when you guys have techniques, you can use it in sparring. Anything I show you guys, I've either used it in competition myself, or I have watched a lot of competition footage of someone using it. I don't like to show techniques that are like theoretical. I only show stuff that has competition use, either from someone else or that I use.